When you spend over $1,000 on a soundbar, you expect more than just loud sound. You want that movie theater feeling. You want bass that actually hits. You want dialogue that doesn't disappear every time an explosion happens on screen. And most importantly, you want something that feels premium the second you unbox it. That's exactly where the new Bose Lifestyle Ultra Soundbar enters the conversation. Bose is calling this part of an entirely new lifestyle lineup, and honestly, they're aiming directly at heavy hitters like the Sonos Arc Ultra and Sony Bravia Theater Bar 9. But here's the real question. Is this actually a serious upgrade from Bose's older soundbars, or is it just another expensive speaker wrapped in fancy marketing? Today, we're diving deep into the design, features, sound quality, real-world usage, the good, the bad, and whether this thing is truly worth your money. So let's get into it. One of the biggest problems with premium soundbars right now is that most of them sound impressive during demo scenes, but fall apart in everyday use. Some struggle with dialogue clarity, others look great, but don't create convincing surround sound unless you buy extra speakers. And a lot of them become frustrating because of complicated setup systems or weak app support. Bose clearly knows those complaints because the Lifestyle Ultra Soundbar feels designed to solve exactly those issues. Right away, the design stands out. Instead of looking like another boring plastic rectangle sitting under your TV, Bose actually tried to make this feel luxurious. The textured fabric wrap gives it a softer, cleaner look, while the glass top panel instantly makes it feel more high-end. And honestly, it looks far more stylish in a living room than most soundbars in this category. The touch-sensitive controls built into the glass are also pretty slick. You can slide your finger around the circular control panel to adjust volume, pause playback, and manage audio without constantly reaching for your phone. It's simple, modern, and surprisingly satisfying to use. Now under the hood, this thing is loaded. You're getting Dolby Atmos support combined with Bose True Spatial Processing and Phase Guide technology. Basically, Bose is trying to create a much wider and taller soundstage than the actual size of the bar itself. There are upward-firing drivers on both sides pushing sound toward the ceiling for height effects, while additional front drivers spread audio across the room. The idea is to make movies feel more immersive without filling your space with a dozen separate speakers. And during early demos, that effect actually sounded convincing. In scenes from Dune, the soundbar reportedly handled sandstorms and atmospheric effects really well, creating a sense of movement above and around the listener. Instead of sound staying trapped inside the bar, it expanded outward into the room. That's important because fake surround sound is usually easy to spot. Cheap systems tend to sound narrow and boxed in. This one seems to create a much larger audio bubble around the seating position. Another major feature here is clean bass technology. Now, let's be honest, soundbars love claiming deep bass, but a lot of them either sound muddy or start rattling when you push the volume. Bose says clean bass is designed to keep low frequencies powerful while staying controlled and distortion-free. And when paired with the optional Lifestyle Ultra subwoofer, things get much more serious. Music gains more body, movie explosions feel heavier, and bass notes carry actual impact instead of sounding loose and boomy. What's interesting is that Bose isn't just pushing raw power here. They're also focusing heavily on balance. That's where Custom Tune comes in. This system uses your smartphone microphone to analyze your room layout, surfaces, furniture placement, and listening position. Then it automatically adjusts the sound profile to match your space. That matters more than people think because every room changes how audio behaves. A soundbar that sounds amazing in one room can sound weak or echoey in another. So, automatic calibration is a genuinely useful feature at this price point. And thankfully, setup looks pretty painless. You basically plug the soundbar in, open the Bose app, and follow the setup process. Bose redesigned the app interface to reduce the number of steps, and from early impressions, it seems straightforward enough even for people who aren't super tech-savvy. Connectivity is also solid. You get HDMI, EARC, Wi-Fi, Bluetooth 5.3, Apple AirPlay, Google Cast, Spotify Connect, Alexa support, and even Alexa Plus. So streaming music from almost any device should be easy. But there are a couple of things missing here that some buyers may not love. First, no extra HDMI inputs. You only get a single HDMI EARC connection. That means if you wanted to plug external devices directly into the soundbar, you're out of luck. Competitors like Sony include at least one additional HDMI input, so this feels like a missed opportunity. Second, no DTS support. Dolby Atmos is here, but DTS-X support is completely absent. That may not matter to casual viewers, but home theater enthusiasts who watch Blu-rays or certain Disney Plus content could definitely care. And third, Bose doesn't include a physical remote in the box. For a premium soundbar costing this much, that's honestly a weird decision. You'll mostly rely on the app, touch controls, or voice commands unless you buy the remote separately. Some people won't care. Others are going to find that extremely annoying. Now, let's talk about real-life usage because specs only tell part of the story. Imagine sitting down at night to watch an action movie. With a lot of soundbars, you either crank the volume and wake everyone up, or you lower it and suddenly can't hear dialogue anymore. Bose tries to fix that with its speech clarity mode. During testing with scenes from Ray, dialogue reportedly became noticeably clearer without making the rest of the soundtrack painfully loud. That's actually a big deal for apartment setups, family homes, or late-night viewing sessions. For sports, live concerts, and music streaming, the wide soundstage also seems to help. Crowd noise spreads naturally, instruments feel separated, and vocals stay cleaner than expected from a single soundbar. And if you expand the system with the Lifestyle Ultra speakers and subwoofer, things become even more cinematic. Bose demonstrated a full 7.1.4 setup using the soundbar as the centerpiece, and the surround effects sounded far more immersive than the standalone bar alone. So yes, Bose is clearly building an ecosystem here, not just a single product. But of course, there are trade-offs. The biggest one is value. At around $1,100, this soundbar enters extremely competitive territory. And unfortunately for Bose, the Sonos Arc Ultra already has a very strong reputation in this category. That means Bose isn't competing against mediocre products. It's competing against some of the best soundbars currently available. And while early impressions of the Lifestyle Ultra Soundbar are promising, there are still unanswered questions about long-term performance, music handling, detail retrieval, and whether it truly delivers enough to justify the price. Because premium buyers expect excellence, not pretty good. Now, let's quickly break down the pros and cons. Starting with the positives, the design looks genuinely premium and modern. The Dolby Atmos presentation seems spacious and immersive. Dialogue clarity appears stronger than many competitors. Setup is easy. Streaming support is excellent, and the optional ecosystem gives buyers room to build a serious home theater setup over time. On the downside, there's no DTS support, no additional HDMI inputs, and no included remote control. Plus, since this is a very premium-priced product, expectations are naturally much higher. So, here's the verdict. The Bose Lifestyle Ultra Soundbar feels like Bose finally taking another serious swing at the premium home theater market. It looks more refined than previous Bose soundbars, the technology package is impressive, and early listening sessions suggest it delivers a much larger and more cinematic experience than its size would normally suggest. But this is also a category where competition is brutal. Buyers at this price level have options from Sonos, Sony, Samsung, and others that already perform extremely well. So whether this becomes a true class leader will depend on one thing: consistent real-world performance after extended testing. If Bose delivers on the promise of immersive Atmos sound, clean bass, excellent dialogue handling, and seamless usability, this could absolutely become one of the most desirable premium soundbars on the market. But for now, it feels less like a guaranteed winner, and more like a very promising contender with something to prove. And honestly, that makes it one of the most interesting soundbars to watch this year.